What's going on, everybody? Ryan's Baseball Roundup here, and today I'm going to be looking at who made the All-Star team, who I think got snubbed, who should have been on there, breaking it all down. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit the like button if you enjoy these type of videos, and let's get straight into the video. So this article is from Bleacher Report. I'm going to link it in the description. I'm just using it as a visual so we can see who made this All-Star game starting lineups. So for the American League, catcher got Alejandro Kirk, first base Vlad Jr., second base Jose Altuve, third base Rafael Devers, shortstop Tim Anderson, right fielder Aaron Judge, center fielder Mike Trout, left field Stanton, and DH is Ohtani. So the first bone to pick I have with the voting system, because it seems like it's totally just popularity based, is Ohtani at DH. I get he's one of the best players in baseball. He can hit and pitch, he can do it all. But Yordan Alvarez should have definitely outvoted him. He's having a way better year. But in the end, it didn't end up mattering because Yordan Alvarez was on the injured list. But the other one is Tim Anderson should not be starting shortstop. Xander Bogaerts, he's having a way better year. Xander Bogaerts is ahead of him in home runs, and Tim Anderson missed a lot of time this year. Other than that, I think it's solid, but it's also sort of like a lot of the Blue Jays players are getting on there just because Canada has a whole country behind them, so the voting system is flawed in that way. Because you could have argued like Ty France, even though he got injured. And then for the pitchers, we got Shane McClanahan, Nestor Cortez, Alek Manoah, Framber Valdez, Martin Perez, Paul Blackburn, Verlander, Garrett Cole, and Shohei Ohtani. So I don't really think Nestor Cortez deserved it. I think Dylan Cease deserved it more. I think that's like the biggest snub so far, because the Yankees already got a representative in Garrett Cole and Aaron Judge and Stanton, because Stanton was already slightly questionable. I mean, you could have went like Julio Rodriguez even as a rookie, or Byron Buxton, George Springer. Like, Stan's not having like an super like all-star caliber year. Like, he's just having a good year for his standards. Paul Blackburn, he's not having that good of a year, but it's mainly just because the A's are, every team has to have at least one representative, so he's the A's guy. Shane McClanahan has had a super breakout year this year. Last year he was pretty good, but this year he's been a different beast for the Rays. Same with Alek Manoah. Framber Valdez has really broken out this year also. Martin Perez, first-time All-Star. Good to see that. He's definitely deserving of it. Verlander coming off Tommy John has been great. Garrett Cole, just usual Garrett Cole things. And then you got Ohtani. So he made it as a hitter and as a pitcher. Pretty crazy. Clay Holmes, first-time All-Star for the Yankees. And then for the rest of the relievers, we got Emmanuel Clase, Gregory Soto, and Jorge Lopez. All having super good years out of the bullpen. Backup position players, catcher Jose Trevino. He's having like the best year of his career, but he's not having like a great year offensive stats wise. Miguel Cabrera got in just because the commissioner did something where he let Cabrera and Pujols get in there. And then here you got Xander Bogaerts, who should be starting over Tim Anderson. Jose Ramirez, that one was super close with him and Rafael Devers. It could go either way. Like, they're both pretty deserving. And then you got Luis Ariz, Andres Gimenez, George Springer, Byron Buxton, Benintendi, Kyle Tucker, Julio Rodriguez, and Yordan Alvarez, who they're going to have to replace someone with. I think they did replace someone with him today. And then the National League, the starting lineup is Contreras, Goldschmidt, Jazz Chisholm, Manny Machado, Trey Turner, Acuna, Mookie Betts, Jock Peterson, and Bryce Harper. They're going to have to replace Bryce Harper, though, because he broke his thumb like a week ago or so. So I don't really have any bones to pick with this lineup coming out of the National League. I think this is like just the way it should be. This is where we got issues, though. Kershaw, Alcantara, Corbin Burns, Luis Castillo, Gonsolin, Fried, and Musgrove. Right off the bat, I get the All-Star games in LA. Kershaw has been a Dodger his whole career. It's not that he's having a bad year, it's just he doesn't deserve an All-Star game. Dave Roberts, his manager, has come out and said that he should be starting in the All-Star game. He shouldn't be starting the All-Star game. We get it's in LA. We get he's one of the best Dodger pitchers of all time. But there's a guy on his own rotation that's having a better year than him, and Tony Gonsolin. But that's not even the best option. It really is Sandy Alcantara. That guy's been lights out all year. He's got an ERA below 2. He's got more innings pitched than Kershaw and Gonsolin. If he's not starting the All-Star game, there's a legitimate problem with the system. I think Rodon should be in the All-Star game instead of Kershaw. His last start, he just threw like 9 innings on like 1 run or something. It was absolutely dominant. I think you could do Rodon over Castillo too, because you could be like, oh well, the Reds need one guy to represent them in the All-Star game. I think Brandon Drury, their like third baseman, has been having a better year on the batting side than Luis Castillo has as a pitcher. So I think you could just swap them out. And then on the relievers, you got Edwin Diaz, Josh Hader, Ryan Halsey, David Bednar, and Joe Mantiply. All having super good years. I think they said Josh Hader said he's going to need a replacement. And then for the backups, you got Travis d'Arnaud, Arenado, Pete Alonso, Albert Pujols, Jeff McNeil, C.J. Cron, Dansby Swanson, Schwarber, Juan Soto, Starling Marte, Ian Happ, and then Wilson Contreras' brother, who I'm pretty sure is going to be the starting DH in the All-Star game because, like I said, Bryce Harper got hurt, so that'll be cool for them. And then Pujols is going to be in there because the commissioner allowed him and Cabrera to get in there because it could be both of their last years. Pujols has already come out and said it's going to be his last year. Miguel Cabrera, it's kind of up in the air. I feel like he'll stay at least another year because he still has 2 years left on his contract to finish up. The Mets got another All-Star in Jeff McNeil. Pete Alonso said he was not going to participate in the home run derby if he didn't get the starting spot in the National League for first base. He didn't get the spot, but he's still participating in the home run derby, of course. He's going to go for his 3rd year in a row, which we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think other than Kershaw and Castillo over Rodon, they pretty much nailed the National League side for at least like the starting lineup and the other stuff. Hopefully the National League can finally win this year because I think the American League has won like 4 or 5 years in a row or something. So now we're going to look at an article that says top snubs and just to show like the stats and stuff. So the first one is Dylan Cease. Definitely agree. He has 133 strikeouts in only 92 innings. That just shows how nasty he's been this year. He's only one of 6 starters with a batting average of 205. Dylan Cease has definitely had a better year than Nestor Cortez. Here's a graphic that shows Dylan Cease's stats compared to Nestor Cortez and Paul Blackburn. He's got the same amount of wins, more starts, more innings pitched, better ERA, more strikeouts per 9, same amount of quality starts, and somehow he didn't make the All-Star game. He got absolutely gypped. And then since they've been having some injury replacements, and the next snub, this was a pretty big one, Ty France. In the last video I made, people were saying he should be the starting first baseman in the All-Star game. Not only was he not the starter, he didn't make the team at all, period. I mean, he went on the injured list, but you still look at those stats, and those stats do, I think he should have been an All-Star. You see, he's got 307, 10 home runs, 45 RBIs. Yeah, like they said, he's snubbed because Luis Arias took his spot as the backup. But I think, France having arguably as good of a season as Vlad Jr., the starter. I mean, his stats aren't exactly as good. That's just because Vlad Jr. hasn't missed as much time. Yeah, because Luis Arias, he can play multiple positions, so that definitely messed him up. Next, Austin Riley. Austin Riley lost out on Manny Machado. This is just kind of a snub because he's having a good year, but I don't think he should have made it over the guy in front of him because he lost out to Nolan Arenado, but he have more power than him. But defensively, Nolan Arenado has been a lot better than him this year. Aaron Nola, he's been having a good year, but I think Rodon deserves it definitely over him. Here are the Injury replacements that were named to the All-Star games just today. JD Martinez got swapped out for Yordan Alvarez. Garrett Cooper got swapped out for Bryce Harper. And then Carlos Rodon replaced Josh Hader. So one of the guys who got snubbed now made it. So I'm cool with that. I'm also cool with JD Martinez and Garrett Cooper. They're both guys who are having good years. So those were my thoughts on the guys who got snubbed. Hit the like button if you enjoy this type of videos. This has been Ryan's Baseball Roundup, and I'm out. Peace.